Thanks for checking out another clip of the Cashflow Contractor. We'd love to have you as a part of our audience. Click subscribe wherever you get your podcast.
Well, I think I've been thinking about this, and there's three things that I think cause business owners to make things complex.
Okay.
And I think you're going to agree with these, but I could be wrong. Um, I already kind of said this one, and you kind of just said it, but it's essentially they make things complex to avoid pain, right? That's the
Okay.
first one.
Yeah.
The pain of simplifying. I love the story you told about Mark Twain starting a letter with, "I would have written you a shorter letter, but I didn't have enough time."
Right.
Because making things simple, condensing things down, making things concentrated can be painful. Um, it can be hard. It can be challenging. It can take more time. It requires thought. And sometimes it's not that like it's they're necessarily making it complex on purpose. They had the process there because that's the process that worked, but it was complex. And now changing it to another simple format is where the pain is. I don't have time to work on that. I've got to do XYZ, or my team is going to blow up on me if I change that. And it's going to cause, I don't want to have those conversations right now. I just need to get through this season or whatever it is. Right. And so it's not necessarily that they're actively seeking out complexity. It's more so that they may be avoiding simplifying. And so they keep it
Right.
complex. Right. So that's the first one, complex to avoid pain. The next one is complexity to win the sale, right? And that's where, man, we really need to win the job. And this is something we've never done before. And so but we really want to win it. So we're going to, go outside of our typical scope of work. And now the team that's doing production, you're doing it as a salesperson, and maybe you're doing some project management on it. But now the team's like, wait, like we never done that. How do we do this? And you're making the new process, and now it's complex. And so it introduces the need to be complex because you don't have clarity on how to do this because you've never done it before, right? But it causes you to get complex because you want to win that sale. You want to win that big job. How many times do we hear about this whenever people are typically doing $50,000 jobs, and then they go and they win a $350,000 job? And how many problems do they run into on that, 7x size job? It's it's a lot of problems, and a lot of times can make them go out of business or go broke or whatever it is, right? So complexity to win the sale. The last one is complexity to justify value, right? And this is one where I find myself doing it, right? And you had the saying that you can never add value, you can only add cost, or that was your dad,
Right.
or what was it? Is that right?
Well, they're not the only. Yeah. You, as manufacturers or vendors or salespeople who are on the selling side, we cannot add value. We can
Yeah,
only add cost. We say, well, we'll throw this in, this, that. It doesn't matter. Uh,
yeah,
it, the customer adds value. You add cost.
right.
If you happen to meet, you make a sale.
There you go. Well, and I think we can
Simple.
even
It's
use
simple.
I think we can even use cost and complexity interchangeably here, right? Like the more complex things are, the more cost you have
Well,
associated with it.
the two classic. I did some design stuff. I guess it's too much of a story to, because I thought it was cool, and I really, anyway, did some stupid stuff. But the great examples are a Samsung controller for television and a microwave, right? I mean, maybe I'm telling on myself. I'm not the only one. The only way I need to use my microwave is punch the on buttons. Each time I punch it, I get 30 seconds more, right?
There you go.
I don't know how to do. I mean, it does air flow and temperatures and different air. I don't know how to do any of that. If it had one button, turn on, turn off, I would
Yeah,
be happy. The Samsung
yeah.
controller or universal controllers, oh my God, where were we? I mean, this isn't even up to date. Oh, we were in an Airbnb and there were 4 controllers and 1 television set. And I finally got the TV on and I just wouldn't turn it off. I mean, I don't know. I have no clue. But one ran I don't know what they did. I don't know. But there are all these controllers and you needed them all. Anyway,
Yeah.
so
Well,
they
look at the
think,
Apple TV remote. It's like
oh, I know.
4
It's the
buttons.
opposite. Well, the
Yeah.
center button, the tilt left, up and down,
5
left and right.
buttons. Yeah.
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 Well, that's design.
Yeah. It's crazy. So yeah, I think that we make things complex or introduce cost to justify the value. I think something where this becomes present is maybe you think your margin's too good to be true, and so you're like, man, how can we like really do go above and beyond on this job or whatever it is, right? That might be an example. Or the example that I said before is like, man, I'm a business owner. I'm just sitting around all day. I gotta get my hands dirty a little bit so I can prove to my team that I still got it, or that I work hard too, and I got to stay late in the office because people are out late. You know, but at the same time, like, you also want to be the business owner that gives people something to look forward to and something to strive for, right? So if you're a business owner, you're working until 8 o'clock at night in the office. That's not what your employees want to be doing. They expect you to like take more vacation and to leave early so that like, man, I want to be like boss one day, right? So I don't know. I think those are the things that, as I was thinking about this, how have I ever introduced complexity into my business? And it's those three. I'm introducing complexity to avoid pain because I'm completely just, I do not want to simplify this. I do not want to go through the pain of working on improving this process right now. Or changing behavior is probably more realistic of what it is. Two, I introduce complexity to win a sale, right? I make it harder on my team because now we're going to do this extra thing that we've never done before so that we can win a sale. And then lastly, complexity to justify value. Do you agree with those or no?
No, I agree with those. I would add another one that occurs to me
Okay.
too, and that's bombast. But you just introduce complexity so that you look important.
Well, I think that's the justify value.
Well, yeah, justify value of yourself, not just your product. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. You're trying
Well,
to justify your value as the business owner.
I don't know that I can really ascribe a bunch of reasons for complexity. All those three are true.
Thanks for checking out a clip from the Cashflow Contractor. We have full episodes where we go deep on topics that help you grow a construction business that runs without you so you can have less stress, more time, more money. Now, we've got other videos, other clips, but if you want to check out the full episode for this clip, you can click wherever our editor put it. It might be here, it might be there, it might be over my face, I don't know. But thank you for checking us out. We'd love to have you as a part of our audience. So subscribe or check out a full episode wherever you get podcasts.